We want to continue in this tutorial with number 6 of the Neco 2022 class question. Alright, so we are asked to use logarithm table to simplify. We have a square root over the value we want to simplify. So the first thing I will do is to remove the cube root. So to remove the cube root, I will write this thing again, take the power of a fraction of 1 over 3. So I will have 565 times 0.0536 over 249.1 raised to the power of 2. And then I'll raise everything again to the power of 1 over 3. 1 over 3. This is because I have a cube root. If what I have is a square root, I'll take the power of 1 over 2. If what I have is fourth root, power of 1 over 4. So the next thing we do is to solve. I'll write my number here. This place will be my logarithm number. So we start with 565. The first thing I'll do is to take my characteristic, which is 2. 1, 2. My characteristic is 2. So I'll check for 56 under 5 from my logarithm table, which is 7520. I'm done with this. I'll go over here. I have 0.0536. To get my characteristic, because I have a 0 starting, my characteristic will be gotten from here. I'll count zeros until I've counted a non-zero digit before I will stop. So I counted 2 times, therefore I'll have bar 2. Then I'll check for 53 under 6 from my logarithm table, which is 7292. We are multiplying this value, multiplying this value, so you add. Remember, in logarithm, whenever you have a times b, we can change it into log a plus log b. The same thing happens here. Since we have multiplication, we add. 0 plus 2, this is 2. Add here 11, carry 1, put here 6 plus 2. This is 8. Add here, we have 14. I'll put 1 here. 3 plus minus 2. This is 3 plus minus 2, which will give me 1. So I have 1 here. Then we'll keep this. Solve the denominator. I have 249.1. To solve this, we get the characteristic first. We count from the point to the left because it's a number greater than 1. I have 2. Then we'll check for 24 under 9, difference of 1. We use the logarithm table. And that will give us 3964. Remember that this value is divided by this one. So when you have division, you subtract. When you have division, if A is divided by B, then we are subtracting the 2 logarithms. So let's subtract. 2 cannot minus 4, so we borrow 1 from here. This is now 0. This is 12 minus 4. I will have 8. This is 0. Borrow 1 from here. Add here 10 minus 6. This is 4. Here is 7. We borrow 1 from here. Add here. We have 17 minus 9. That is 8. 3 minus 3. This is 0. Then 1 minus 2 give me minus 1. So we call it bar 1. At this point, remember your power of 2 and then power of 1 over 3. Let's handle power of 1 of 2 first. We multiply. Whenever you have a whole number as your power, use it and multiply. So we multiply here. If we use 2 and multiply, we'll have bar 2.1696, okay, from this multiplication. Then the next thing we do is to handle the 1 over 3 here. To handle that 1 over 3, we will divide by 3. Anytime you have a fraction here, 1 over any number, use that number and divide. But because we have a bar, a negative number, we are not going to divide straight. Look for a number that this divisor can divide without remainder, which is 3. Add the bar. What number can I add to this bar 3 to give me back bar 2? That is a positive 1. 1 plus negative 3 will give me negative 2. Bring down this number 1696. Then we divide. So at this point, 3 can divide negative 3 to give me negative 1. That is by 1 plus. Use calculator and press this one now. This guy divided by 3. It will give me 0.3899. Then we bring them together. I'll have by 1 0.3899. So at this point, we check for the anti-logarithm, which is the solution we are looking for, anti-log. We use our logarithm table to check for 38 under 9, difference of 9. Forget about this one for now. I'll tell you what to do with it. So if we check for 38 under 9, difference of 9, we'll have 2454 from the logarithm table. You already know how to read it from the logarithm table. Anytime you have a negative number as your characteristic here, add that number of zeros here. If I have bar 2, I'll add 2 zeros. If I have bar 3, I'll add 3 zeros. So since I have bar 1, I'll add 1 0 in the front and put a point. All right? If you're asked to convert this number to a standard form now, you are going to move one decimal place like this once, and then you say your power is -1. So that's how we got this this 0 here. All right? So our answer, the number we are looking for, is 0.2454. You can press your calculator and see if you get something similar or very close to this number. It may not be exactly this number, but to give you a number close to it.